What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, I got a story that I saw this morning that I'm dying to share with you guys. And this right here is beyond belief. The story I'm talking about occurred October of last year, where this whole thing began. Recently, after investigation out there in Surprise, Arizona, shout out Surprise, 5 little girls between the age of 10 and 11 years old were arrested for plotting to kill the boyfriend of one of the 5 little girls. All because, you know what, I won't even tell you about it. I want you to take a look at this. These are little girls that plotted to kill a fellow student. 4 of which, these girls, had nothing to do with anything and were upset because the feelings was hurt from one of their girlfriends. Take a look at this.
Just end him. That was the goal of a group of 10 and 11-year-old girls who Surprise police say wanted to kill a boy at school. The motive? He's accused of cheating on one of them, so she wants him dead. The murder plot was simple. According to the police report, 4 fifth-grade students at Legacy Traditional School's West Surprise campus planned to lure a classmate to the charter school's outside bathroom and stab him in the stomach. And each girl had a role to play to get away with it. One would bring the knife, another would forge a suicide note to make it seem like he took his own life, and someone would act as a lookout while the other carried out the stabbing. And to avoid fingerprints on the murder weapon, they would wear gloves. Documents say the friends came up with the plan during lunch and recess on October 1st. Legacy administrators worked with the school resource officer to investigate when students who overheard the plot came forward. The next day, their backpacks were searched and the suspects were individually questioned with their parents present. All 4 children were then arrested for threatening and disorderly conduct misdemeanor charges. The police report says 3 of the students showed remorse, but the 4th would smile and laugh while making excuses for their actions.
How crazy is that? Seriously, how crazy is that? When I was 10 years old, that's like what, 5th grade? I was riding my bike, I was having fun, I was watching cartoons, I was playing tag. I just wanted to laugh. 10 years old and dating and cheating. And all of a sudden, it's an adult problem that has to result in death. This is crazy. Said 3 of the little girls showed remorse. One of the little girls kept laughing and being dismissive of it. Oh. I'm more than sure she probably was the ringleader. How does it come to this? Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, how does it come to this? Look at the way the world is now. How does it come to this? These are girls. Before, middle school, high school, girls cry. You'll see them, other girls be consoling them because the guy broke up with them or she found he cheating, and life would go on. Because a lot of times there'd be a lot of little boys that'd be lined up trying to be a shoulder for her to cry on. Not nowadays. This new generation, man, I'm telling you, that's some psychopathic shit at 10 and 11 years old. Look how smart they was and how calculated they were. Everybody had a role. You be the lookout. I'll bring the gloves. I'll bring the knife. What the fuck? Can you imagine being the boys' parents and hearing about this elaborate plan that could have killed your son? So, write a suicide note. Who writes a suicide note and stabs themselves in the stomach? That's crazy. They're kids, and this is what they're putting their heads together to do. What do you blame it on? How you 10 years old and know how to write a suicide note? What are y'all watching? Are people monitoring what their kids look at on TV? But then again, the rating system with movies and stuff is almost non-existent now. Hell, a PG movie will show titties, love-making scenes, Remember a while ago, we couldn't watch movies because they was rated R or rated this when we got to a certain age of understanding? Not no more. Not no more. You're seeing it. Temptation comes in the different shapes, forms, and fashions. Auditory, what you hear. Visually, what you see. They play a big role in your development as a child, coming up and looking at what you think the world is. And it warps your sense of reality. Also, inside and outside influences. People in your house and friends that these people befriend. See, that's the thing about being a parent that's hard nowadays with all of these different type of things out here, influences. You can't be with your kids all the time. You can't be with their friends all the time. And you can't expect somebody to be responsible in their household with their kid like you are with yours. And that's the paradigm shift right now. There are a lot of people that are doing the best they can with their kids, and their kids might befriend somebody who comes from a wild, chaotic environment. And for some odd reason, they find solace in each other and friendship. And a lot of the bad habits fall on to the good. That's heartbreaking that kids would even think that at such a young age. That's like what, 5th grade? 6th grade at the well, 5th grade, I guess. Because you should be in 1st grade at age 6, right? So 5 years, 10, 11 years old, 5th grade, yeah. That's absolutely shocking to me. I mean, what do you think should happen to them? I mean, I'll be talking about showing them the flower. These are kids, though. I mean, I would take them out of that school, number one, and I would separate them. If one of them girls was my daughter, besides getting her ass bust, you ain't talking or associating with none of them kids no more. Hell, you ain't associating. No, you got to detox mentally before you even, and I would monitor everything you look at. It would be all kind of filters on your phone and stuff you can and can't watch. Come and tell you something. If you tried to raise a child like you raised a child in the 80s, as a good parent, a lot of times these kids will kill you nowadays with the freedoms and opportunities they feel they have and the way households are run now. And that's crazy. That's what shows you America is going to crap. Just trying to keep your kids out of danger and on the right path to being a productive human being can cost you your life. Or cost somebody else. How you cheating and don't even know what a relationship is at 10 years old? Make it make sense. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stories like these are the ones I like doing because it shows you what stirs under the waters of reality where a lot of people think, oh, they're just kids. Yeah, well, look at that shit. They was like masterminds. That's something that adults would bring up. What movie did they get that from? Or movies? That's astonishing. That's scary. See you in the next video. Take care.